your girl Kay Daniels, and I'm so excited to have you here for Give God the Pen, my new YouTube series where myself and guests will be discussing how we allow God to write the story in our marriages, in our finances, in our business, and other areas of our lives, you guys, because we're not that good of a writer. Okay, but I'm so excited to have you guys here. So make sure you stay, like, comment, subscribe, and share it with a friend. Stay tuned for the video, okay? Get your notebooks out. It's about to be a good one. Okay, you guys, so today is going to be a very sensitive topic. And it's going to be one that I have not really publicly really divulged into. So this is going to be interesting. Hopefully I don't get emotional or anything, but I feel like if I don't rip the Band-Aid off, I never will. So yeah, it just is what it is. But today we are going to be talking about giving God the pen in healing from molestation and rape, sexual assault, whatever you want to call it. Okay. This is actually something that I myself have been through, and also other people who don't have the voice to really speak out about it or don't want to. Yeah, kind of went downhill after that and stuff like that. So I just want to be that voice for somebody, but also further to talk about really how to allow God to help you heal that area of yourself. Because if you are somebody like me, I learned in therapy a few years ago that I actually have the defense mechanism where my mind will completely remove it. So sometimes I will completely forget that these things ever happened to me because my mind will push it all the way back, dig it deep, and make sure that I don't remember it until something specifically triggers me or somebody brings it up. So I never really truly dealt with it until recently, and I feel like there's a lot of people that deal with the same thing. So I personally have dealt with both molestation and rape. And I'm not necessarily at a place right now where I like to disclose the assaulters, so to speak. But I just want to speak on, the incidents. And it was something that I thought for the longest that I had healed from. The molestation was while I was a child, and the rape happened as an adult. My mom sent us as a family to therapy after the rape when I was an adult, and that's when I first started digging deep into it. And I thought after that I was healed, but one thing that I really want to touch on in this video is the residue that it leaves behind, and you think that you healed, but you're not really healed. I definitely know for sure that it affected my relationships in regards to men for the longest growing up, and really going into my adult years. I couldn't even look at a man in their eyes. Like, I was scared. I would always keep my head down. I would be nervous to really even be in the room with men, especially if it's more than one. But even if it was just one, that would still be a lot for me. And it was very triggering. But in the same breath, there was that unhealed part of me that was also seeking validation from men. And that wasn't healthy either. So I thought that, well, for one, I'm gonna just say this, a lot of what got me through that was my relationship with God. And the reason why I say that is because I was 16 when the Lord came to me and told me that he wanted me to wait, because I had he had a husband for me. So because of that, I didn't really wild out in dating like I feel like I would have had that not happened. I would meet guys, but because I wasn't trying to have sex with them, then I wouldn't get too far with anybody. So that helped a lot in that regard. But in the same breath, there was this broken part of me. Now look at Coco bark and stuff, but no. So it helped in that regard to where I wasn't really having sex with people, but at the same time, there was that part of me that was just seeking validation. Like I just wanted somebody to love me for me so bad, and I never would get that, and I wouldn't understand why. And I would go through this thing all the time where I felt like men would like me, but then I was never good enough to actually be in a relationship. Like I hadn't been in a relationship since I was 15 years old, and I am now about to be 30 next month. So for the longest, that the residue of that was trickling down into my self-confidence and my dating and relationship. Coco, you gonna have to be quiet, girl. Okay, anyway, sorry y'all. I don't even know where I left off at, but long story short, I started seeing the residue of the fact that I was not healed in my dating life, in the people that I was running into. And one thing about the spiritual realm, one thing about demonic spirits is they find familiar spirits. So you wonder why you meet 20 different men and all 20 of those men act the exact same. Is because there is a familiar spirit that is finding you because of what's in you. And so at some point you have to stop and say, okay, Lord, what is it about me to where this is what I keep running into? And so the Lord started taking me down a rabbit hole, so to speak, back in, I want to say like 2021, and I started really, may have been 2022, one or the other, but he started taking me down this rabbit hole of pulling up all of the men that had hurt me, and really just digging deep and pulling it back up. Like I said, my mind normally just pushed it back where I won't remember it, but he actually made me sit and pull it up and deal with it. And I forgave them, and I left it at that, and I thought that was it. I thought all I had to do was just forgive them, and I would be released from this, and it would all be over. And that was not the case, okay? That was not the case. So I recently was spending some time with God, and he revealed with me the other day how certain trauma started manifesting in my body a year after the first traumatic experience happened. And I was like, wow, God, I never connected the two. Because a lot of people don't realize that trauma can start to manifest in your body and have physical effects on you, especially when it's not healed or dealt with. So I never pieced the two together until that day. And then that night, he gave me a dream. I am a dreamer. He is training me in the prophetic. And so I had a dream that night, and he showed me my abuser, and he pulled it back up. And the dream was so disturbing, y'all. It was so disturbing. It bothered me so much. And it brought all of those feelings back. And I woke up that next morning. I'm like, oh my God, Lord, what was that? What was that about? And I realized that even though I had forgave, it didn't remove the residue of the spirits that was still there. And so I had to take time and really go through deliverance of those things. A lot of people don't know there are actual molestation spirits. There are things that happen to you when certain stuff happens, when certain doors are open, that attach to you and they stay. And then you start seeing it in other places of your life. Like literally, I dealt with insecurity and self-confidence for basically my whole life. Like it even transfers over to me career-wise and business-wise. I would reach all these great heights and I would do all these great, amazing things that everybody else would see as great, and everybody would be, complimenting me and admiring me and this and that and the things that I was doing. But then in my own head, I never deemed myself worthy enough. I never felt like I had done enough and that I still needed to do more, and I still wasn't good enough. I still wasn't great enough. I'm still not doing enough. And that was residue. That was residue of this spirit that was still lingering onto me. And so the Lord, in his grace, was showing me in that dream that that spirit was still there and that I needed to be delivered from that spirit. And so I've been spending the last couple of days really tackling that. And I feel like I have gotten some breakthrough in that. But I don't know. I feel like it's so strange because I feel like this happens to so many people. But why are we so scared to talk about it? Like, that's residue of that spirit as well. It doesn't want you to talk about it. It wants you to shut up. It doesn't want you to say anything. It wants you to be quiet. Don't say nothing. Nobody's going to care. People are going to be mad at you, which I did deal with that too. People are going to be mad at you. Nobody's going to believe you. This is nothing. Everybody goes through it. It'll talk to you. The enemy will continuously talk to you because he wants to keep you bound. He wants to keep you bound so that you never get healed, so that you never find wholeness in that area, so that you never get married, so that you always run everybody off and everything off, so that you never feel adequate enough. And I just wanted to bring this to light so that we can all together break this and work through this, because I know I am not the only one that has dealt with this. And like I said, this whole entire time, I thought that I was done with this and that I had been healed from it. And the whole time, that was not the case. It had just been hidden and leaving residue on everything I was touching. And so, yeah. Whew, y'all, I don't know. It's so many thoughts in my mind. I guess I should have properly planned before really making this video, because I feel like my thoughts are all over the place. I feel like there will definitely be a part 2 to this video, but I just wanted to put this out there because the enemy will no longer, he will no longer be able to hold this over my head or your head or whoever else that has been through this. He will no longer be holding this over my head. I will be free. I am delivered. And this door and this chapter will be shut. And yeah. I think that's all. I think that's all I can say for right now. But comment below if this video resonated with you at all. Like I said, I feel like we're going to dive deeper in this in another video. But yeah. we're going to give God the pen in this, okay? Because when we do it, it doesn't work out, okay? When we take the reign ourselves and try to figure out what we feel like we should do, it never works out. So we have to give God the pen even in these areas, because he's the only one that can heal us. His blood is the only thing that can wash us clean. And so we're going to let Jesus do it, but we're going to do it together. Okay, y'all? Anyways, I hope that y'all, I don't want to say enjoyed this video, but I hope that this video resonated with somebody. And I will see you guys next time that the Lord brings me back. But I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.